Thaddeus was restless, his legs shaking ceaselessly as he waited. Any minute now, he would arrive. The man whose name alone would silence a crowd in eager anticipation. Google Ket. It was a mouthful to say, but it was never misunderstood. The name alone had already opened doors he had never known possible. He fidgeted with his leather cuirass. It was slightly too big for him, and liked to remind him of that fact by pushing itself into his neck when he sat down. He yanked at the collar, managing it into a suitable position where it wouldn't choke him for merely wanting to be off his feet. He sighed as his eyes swept over the vast abyss of gray and brown before him. Gray ceiling, gray walls, gray floor. The only things breaking up the gray monotony were the brown crates, bags, and planks of wood making up the shelves. The warehouse he guarded wasn't large by city standards, but even so, it was the largest structure in this village. As far as he knew, it was used for storage by the village and anyone else willing to pay the premium for it. Thad couldn't wrap his head around the location, but the new leather cuirass spoke for itself. Letch said it was in the budget. Even so, Thad knew they weren't cheap. When Letch talked of overhead costs, rents, salaries, Thad couldn't keep up. He would smile and nod, knowing full well his childhood friend would have it handled. His eyes turned upwards to the overhead windows. With each passing minute, the light they cast down had been growing dimmer. Soon, the same as every night, the darkness would swallow this place. Starting at the furthest corners, it would grow slowly, as the light from the windows was no longer enough to keep it at bay. Thad shot a look to his left. Letch was posted on the other side of the metal door. He was slightly taller than himself. His blond hair had grown enough now that it started to curl at the ends. He had clothes specifically for these occasions, something that sat between merchant class and commoner. This set consisted of a short-sleeved dark blue button-up shirt, a long-sleeved light gray undershirt that showed at the collar, a pair of dark brown slacks held up with a light brown leather belt he bought in the city. Out here, it's hard-pressed to find a belt, let alone one with a buckle and pin that suited his needs. The final touch was his boots, a polished pair of dress boots matching his belt and pants to bring everything together. Thad only saw them when he was trying to make an impression. Everything was meant to portray a message at a glance. This message was, he ran the show, but he still needs their money to do it. He was digging at his nail beds with his blade.